lovely yogi. Welcome to Flow with Shreya. I'm Shreya, and today I'm bringing you a yin yoga sequence designed to open your heart. Taking care of yourself means you can give the best version of yourself to everyone else that you care for. So if you want to find some relaxation and open your heart, come flow with me. For this practice, it would be helpful to have a blanket and a bolster. It can be any type of bolster, it doesn't have to be a round one, but if you're interested in this one, I'll link it down below. We'll begin in a wide knee child's pose. So bring your big toes together, take your knees wide. Again, use that blanket if you need for some extra cushion for your knees. And sink your hips back towards your heels, extend your arms up overhead. Allow your forehead to release towards your mat. And if you need, you can always place a bolster, block, or pillow underneath your forehead. Take the time here just to tune in to your breath. You might even consider flipping your palms up for a different sensation. This is generally a sign that we are open to receive love and any blessings that are meant to come our way. Deep breath in and deep breath out. I always like to begin my yin practices with a reminder of the three main tenets of yin. The first tenet is that we bring our bodies to an appropriate edge. And we do that by moving into these shapes and postures, creating tension and compression within our muscles, joints, and connective tissues. The second tenet of yin is that we find stillness. It's in this stillness, within the discomfort that we create, that real change happens, whether that's physical flexibility or mental strength. The third tenet of yin is that we stay for a time. Again, time is what really allows those previous two tenets to do their work. And you'll notice that we stay in these postures for quite some time. So get comfortable with the discomfort. Get comfortable with stillness. And just be here now. Flip your palms over. As you exhale, gently press yourself up, taking your time as you move your body out of that shape. You can even tuck your toes under, shift your hips forward and back. Take any movements you need to as we transition into the next posture. In fact, the next posture will be a puppy pose. So coming into a tabletop, bringing your knees underneath your hips, wrists, elbows, and shoulder all in one line. Begin to walk your palms forward. Melt your heart and your forehead or chin towards the mat. You can keep your toes tucked under here if you'd like for a little bit more stability. And you can also deepen this posture by bringing your palms together, bending your elbows, bringing your thumbs towards the back of your neck. You can find your appropriate edge, which might be different than mine. It might be different than your own appropriate edge on a different day. Notice where your body is right now. Take it where it needs to go right now. Settle into the posture. Bring your focus back to your breath. As we work on some of these heart-opening postures, notice what you feel in the space where your heart resides. Do you feel any heaviness or tightness? Or do you feel free-flowing energy that's light? Acknowledge and accept wherever you are. If you do feel that heaviness or tightness, know that you have full permission to stop holding on to that. Allow your breath with each exhale to bring some softness and some release into that space. As gravity pulls your heart towards the ground in this posture, notice the open expansiveness you are creating. Just 3 to 5 more breaths. On an exhale, release and press yourself back up into tabletop. Again, take any movements or shifts you need to release from that space. Being gentle, mindful, and intentional with each move you make. Take a seat on your mat and bring your bolster next to your right hip. Hug it in tight. And then extending your legs out to the left. Lower the side of your body over your bolster. Extend your arms up overhead. You can keep your knees bent here in this space if you need to, but I encourage you to attempt straightening out the legs. You can even cross your left ankle over your right. Again, notice this expansiveness and space you are creating within the left side of your body here. You can always use a prop underneath your head if you need a little bit more support. This shape here is called Mermaid Pose. Return your focus back to your breath once you've found your appropriate edge. If you notice that your attention and focus wanders away, your mind gets carried away by random thoughts and to-do lists, that means you're human. And you always have the opportunity to practice mindfulness in these shapes by bringing your awareness back to your breath. Whenever you notice your mind wandering, you have a choice whether to go or whether to stay anchored and grounded in your breath. And this is a practice, not a perfect. It's exactly why we get on our mats, is to practice these skills so that when we're off our mats, we're able to tap into these skills when we face discomfort, stress, anxiety, or any difficult situations. One more deep breath in and deep breath out. Now as you exhale, roll over onto your belly. You'll still be on your bolster. But take a moment here just to pause. And when you're ready, roll over onto your left side. Again, lowering your left side over your bolster. Opening up the right line of your body this time. With your legs extended, you always have the option to cross your right ankle over your left. Take your time the first few breaths to adjust and shift in any way you need to. Remember, we'll be staying here for quite some time. Sensations increase with time. Keep that in mind as you find your appropriate edge. And once you have resolved to remain still, stillness can feel difficult and uncomfortable, often because we're just not used to it. So take this opportunity to get used to stillness. It's when we find ourselves in this stillness, we can allow the outside noise, outside chatter to float away and tap into our deep inner wisdom. Our vision becomes clearer. We notice those subtle feelings beneath our skin. Again, if you find your mind wandering, you can always redirect it back to your breath. You might even say to yourself, inhale and exhale as you breathe. As something to anchor you in that focus. On an exhale, roll back over onto your belly. You can even stack your palms and rest your forehead on the backs of your palms. Pause for a breath or two. And then press yourself up off the bolster into a seat. You can move your bolster out of your way. We'll be taking butterfly pose next. Bring the soles of your feet together, take your knees wide, shift from side to side, just find your sit bones firmly on the mat. Roll your shoulders down, back, and away from your ears. Inhale as you lengthen your spine. Exhale as you fold just as far as it feels right to you. You can place your arms on your thighs, calves, or all the way on your mat. Another option you have here is to place a block on your feet as a place to rest your forehead. Again, I encourage you to flip your palms up as a symbol of being open to receiving, being open in your heart, and also as a way to resist any urges to pull or force yourself deeper into this pose. You are exactly where you need to be. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Again, continue to use your breath and your exhales as a way to release any tension you might be holding on to anywhere in your body. exhale, flip your palms over. Gently engage your core as you walk your palms back and lift your torso. Remove any props you might have been using. Help your knees together here as you place your feet flat on the mat. We'll be taking fish pose next. If you do have a blanket, it might be helpful to have it handy next to your head as we lay down. With your feet flat on the mat, hug your bolster into your back and then lower down over your bolster. If your head reaches the mat here, it's perfectly fine. And if you need a little support, this is where that blanket might come in handy. You can always use any other props you have available as well. You can take your arms out into a T here to open up your heart. You can keep your knees bent or extend your legs out long. Whatever feels right in your body, whatever is your appropriate edge. Allow your eyes to soften. Allow the muscles in your face to soften. And in this space, as you literally, physically have your heart space open, it might feel vulnerable. Notice if you do feel that. Know that you are safe within the four corners of your mat. You are allowed to have whatever feelings that might come up. You're allowed to be human. You deserve love, especially from yourself. If you've noticed any comparison or judgment come up, now is the time where you can let that go. Just 4 to 6 more breaths here. With your next breath, gently bend your knees, bring your feet flat on the mat once more, and then reach for the backs of your thighs as you lift yourself up into a seat. Remove the bolster from underneath you, and if you'd like, you can place it underneath your knees for Shavasana, which is what we'll be taking next. So gently begin to lower all the way onto your back. And if you'd like to, you can cover yourself up fully with your blanket, or fold it up and place it right where your heart space is. Place it across your chest. Notice the gentle weight of this blanket. Feel it as if it were a hug from you to yourself. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out as you make your way into your final resting pose. Stay in this space as long as you'd like. Whenever you're ready, send your arms up overhead for a long body stretch, maybe even taking some wrist circles or ankle circles. Exhale and bend your knees, and give yourself a big hug. Roll over onto one side. Pause here for a breath or two. And gently press yourself up into a seat. Take any seat that's comfortable for you. Allow your eyes to close, bring your palms to heart center. Namaste. May you find an abundance of love, peace, and joy within your heart. And now that you've worked on opening your heart, may you share your light with everyone around you. If you enjoyed this flow, please be sure to click the thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel. It always means a lot if you share this video with those you care about or on social media. If you share on social media, be sure to tag me at Flow with Shreya. Everything I'm wearing, the mat I was practicing on, and any props we've used will be linked in the description bar below. I'd love to know in the comments below what having an open heart means to you. If you want to practice some more yin yoga, check out this playlist right here. You can also find vinyasa flows and gentle, relaxing yoga videos on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.